Okay, we're back. So, did you collect your piece of fruit or piece of chocolate or whatever you chose to get? So we're going to take that piece of food. Let's just say you chose a piece of orange. And we're going to see if we can entertain the notion that you're seeing and you're sensing this piece of food for the very, very first time. You've never seen it before. So what does it really look like? What shape is it? Is it different shape in different places? What does it look like? What are the colours? Are there different colours? Are there different shades of colours? Perhaps see if it reflects any light. Turn it around, have a look at it in different ways. And investigating a little bit more closely how it feels. Is it temperature? Are the surface textures different on the top and the bottom? Is it dense? Now bring it up to your nose and do you smell anything? Have you noticed that you've started salivating yet? And how do you feel about putting this food into your body? How do you feel right now about that piece of food going into your body? And how does it feel, how does your body feel about anticipating this food going into your body? And now we're going to receive the food into your beautiful temple of your body. So just being aware of the arm movements, the fingers, how it's actually coming into your mouth, and how you experience the food in your mouth. So are you nibbling on it, or did you put the whole thing in your mouth? Now start to chew slowly and focusing our full attention on the food's taste and texture. So being aware of any desire that you may have to rush through this piece of orange or fruit so you can have another piece, and being aware of the intention to swallow before you actually swallow. And noticing how far into our body you can feel the piece of food and how different that would be if perhaps it was a hot chili. Now notice that your body, and know that your body is exactly one piece of orange heavier. So what was your experience like eating the orange mindfully, the piece of food mindfully? Were there any thoughts? Were there any feelings, any sensations that came up during that meditation that surprised you? In one of the workshops I was doing when I was teaching this meditation, one of the ladies said that she had an intense feeling of anger towards me, that I wasn't letting her eat it. So that's quite interesting, actually. So did you feel any anger? Did you feel any angst to actually get it over and done with, to finish it? Or did you really enjoy savouring it? So did any memories come up when we were doing this? Did it bring up any memories of the past, any teachings about food and experiences you may have had when you were a child? So in creating this new relationship, it's important not to only rely on our common sense. It's important to really think about being mindful as well. So, and just remembering these few basic principles of nutrition. Now, firstly, before we go into this, I'd like to say that it doesn't matter what we've done before, we can start now. So we can let go of anything that has happened and we can just be in the present moment. So when we do, we really want to try and eat real food, food that has to be refrigerated and that you have to prepare. So if it's got numbers on it, darling, give it to your accountant. It doesn't need to go into your beautiful body. We need to eat more whole plant foods, so fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains like brown rice and nuts and seeds. Now, I'm not the best cook. It's not one of my joys in life. It's not one of my talents. And when I cook things with nuts and seeds and brown rice, it just tastes like cardboard. But I do know of a person who cooks amazing food with this, and I'll buy it off her because she puts love into it as well. So perhaps if you're not a good cook, we don't need to stop eating these things. We could just find another way of getting them into our bodies. So we also need to eat more fish, more chicken perhaps, than less red meat. Again, it's all your choice. Have you heard of having a rainbow on your plate? So having a rainbow diet, eating a huge variety of fruits and vegetables in all different colours. It's amazing the colours that we can get. Now, at all costs, avoiding processed foods, and they contain unhealthy additives in them. I know sometimes are tricky, especially when we're out and about, but just going for the option that is going to make you feel good, that is going to give you the nutrients to continue with your energy. When we eat mindfully, we can notice when we're full. We can notice when we're thirsty instead of when we're hungry. We can notice how food makes us feel, how it makes us feel physically and how it makes us feel emotionally. We can try eating a variety of foods meditatively, including our favourite snacks, so we don't have to stop eating that chocolate. But if we eat it mindfully and meditatively, we usually eat less because we're eating it slowly. And it usually tastes so much better as well. Instead of not eating it, say it's a chocolate cake, instead of not eating it, or instead of eating it out of guilt and hiding in the cupboard and eating it really fast so nobody sees you and your mind doesn't catch up to how guilty you feel. I know that we've all been there, or maybe you haven't, but I know I have. Maybe we can sit down at the table and really, really enjoy that piece of chocolate cake, or whatever it is. Maybe we can eat an entire meal meditatively. Perhaps we can write down our observations every time we do this exercise. So the more often we eat meditatively, the more you'll learn about your relationship to your food. Each time we're about to eat something, notice if we're actually hungry. And if not, ask yourself, why am I eating this food? Is it out of boredom? Is it out of loneliness? Is it out of anxiety? There are so many different reasons why. And try not to judge when we do this. It's just an acknowledgement of what is going on. And then we can choose. It's our choice. So the next move that we're going to be doing it's called self-compassion. It's often a missing ingredient in our healthy eating. So this really moves on from everything that we've been doing over the past couple of weeks with our self-love and with our meditation. It's all coming together, my friend.